I know that everyone asks this when they're doing this tag, but for reals, I just have to ask, how the hell is it November? And at the date that this will be uploaded, it is already 20th of November. Like, how the hell did that happen, people? Like, what is going on in the world that it's already November? Like, I still thought that I was in September if it wasn't for the cold and lack of light to film. Hello beautiful bookworms, my name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. And yes, this is probably the third, fourth, fifth time that you've seen me wearing this shirt. But I am at home and I am just on a study mode, so shirt. So today I decided I was going to do a tag, and as per usual I was not tagged in this, but I really want to do it because this looks like a tag that it's really going on around this time of the year, and I think it will help me sort out some priorities to the end of the year and subsequently. So I decided that I wanted to do it. That's that. So I do believe that the end of the year book tag was created by Ariel Bassett, and if you've been here on BookTube for a while, you probably know who she is because she's one of the main booktubers here on BookTube, so obviously you know her. And yeah, as I said, I wasn't tagged by anyone, so I just decided to do this. This will be a very quick video, I hope, because it only has 6 questions, so prepare to hear me ramble about books and the end of the year. So question number 1 is, are there any books that you started this year and that you need to finish? And that for me is probably my current read, which is Magnus Chase and the Hammer of Thor by Thor. Can't even pronounce the shit. By Rick Riordan. And this is my currently reading thingy. And I'm on page 256. If you don't believe me, there it is. And I'm currently reading this for a while now. I've been reading some manga in between of reading this because for some reason I have something against Magnus that I can't. I really like this freaking story, but Magnus as a main character sometimes pisses me off, so I can't really read big chunks of this book. But I'm pretty much finishing it. Like, this has 400 and something pages, and I'm over the middle. Yeah, I'm over the middle. So I will be finishing this before the end of the year, I hope. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition you from autumn to the end of the year? And I was thinking a lot about this, and I decided to choose Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, which I really wanted to read this year. I wanted to read it in October because it's supposed to be a thriller. And if you don't know, Paula Hawkins is the one that wrote The Girl on the Train, the one that has now a major movie. I really enjoyed that one. The plot twist was pretty cool, although at the end I almost got it right. And I really wanted to read this because it sounded creepy and it had a nice setting and everything and murders and yay, I love that shit. But sadly, I couldn't read it in October because I was doing marathons and I couldn't get to this. So I decided to read this before the end of the year so that I could just transition myself from autumnal vibes to winter. Just plain simple. And the cover is just really, it can be a little bit autumny because of the blacks and the creepy setting, you know, but it's a little bit more winterish because it's blue and stuff like that. So I thought it was a good transitioning book. I can't wait to read this, and I really hope that I can read this before the end of the year. Question number 3, is there a new release that you're still waiting for? And I would have to say the new Haruki Murakami novel, which I think it is called Killing Commendatore, that hasn't been translated and isn't anywhere in Portugal, so I don't have access to it. And as you know, I have all of the books that he wrote, so for me this is getting a little bit, I'm getting a little bit anxious, but I don't know when it will come out. Recently, a book by him came out. It's called Men Without Women. But I have the Italian copy, so I don't know if I'll buy the Portuguese one. But yeah, I still don't have the other one, which is the supposed new release, because that one has been here for ages, so I don't really know. Well, I'm still waiting for that. Question number 4 is, what are 3 books you are hoping to read before the end of the year? I think That's the question. So I gathered 3 books that I am trying to read before the end of the year, but just keep in mind that I want to read so much more. And the first book that I want to read before the end of the year is American Gods by Neil Gaiman. Firstly, because this is my friend's copy, and I don't really want to stick with a friend's copy for a while, because that's what's happening. I'm just hoarding my friend's books, and I don't read them, and that's really silly, because I don't really like to keep books that aren't mine for a while, because I'm afraid that something evilish might become of them. But yeah, I want to read American Gods because of that, but also because I really want to watch a TV show, and I refuse to watch a TV show without reading the book, and also because I'm really curious about this topic, and I'm afraid I will be spoiled eventually, because pretty much everyone read this and watched the show, so I'm just here, just, doing nothing. Also, another one of the 3 books that I have to read before the end of the year, that, let's just say that I'm more than 3, but I chose 3, is The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson, and this is the first one in the second Mistborn series, so this one represents pretty much the 3 books of the second Mistborn trilogy. And basically they are The Alloy of Law, The Shadows of Self, and The Bands of Mourning. And I am supposed to be buddy reading this with Elliot from Elliot Reads, or Elliot Books. I'm not sure. I will leave the link down below, so you go and check her out because she's really cool. And she loves Sanderson as well. But I love Brandon Sanderson. I've read the first Mistborn trilogy, and then I stopped for some reason, so I really want to read the second trilogy, and I want to do it in December with Elliot, so yeah, I have to pick this up because I have it here, and they are very small compared to the first trilogy, and I have to read this. And the third book that I have to read before the end of the year, one of them, is Dr. Sleep by Stephen King, because recently I reread The Shining for a marathon in October, and this is the supposed continuation of The Shining, although people have been saying that you don't actually have to read The Shining in order to read this, but because the main character is the kid from The Shining, now all grown up, maybe you should have a backstory of who that kid is in order to just go through this one. This is my firm belief, but you read as you want to read. So I really want to read Dr. Sleep before I start forgetting little details from The Shining, because I don't know if characters will be brought back or if there's something going on that can relate to The Shining, yada yada. So I really want to read this before the end of the year. I hope I can. It's really a chunky of a book, but let's see what I can do about it. Question number 5, I believe. I don't even know anymore, but I think it is. Is there a book you think can still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? And, well, yes. I'm not going to reveal what that book is, because it's also one of the books that I want to read before the end of the year, but it will be a spoiler for my November book haul. So, as I want you to watch my November book haul, because it is amazing. As you can see, there are already books there, yeah. That is the place where I keep the books that I'm going to haul, so I don't forget them. As you can see, there are books there already, and it's going to be a pretty cool haul, so no spoilers for that, but I believe that at least one of the books that is there is going to be freaking amazing, so yes, I believe that maybe. I don't know. And if that fails, probably the second Mistborn series will be my favorite books of the year, because if the first Mistborn is any consolation, I just loved it, and it was one of my favorite series of all time. So, probably that one. And the final question is, have you already started making plans for 2018? And yes, I have. In 2018, if I can't finish it before the end of this year, which I'm going to try to do, but it might be impossible, I want to read until my birthday, which is somewhere in April. I want to read Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and Silmarillion. And after that, I want to read what I still have to read by Anne Bishop, which is a trilogy, and then a series of 5 books that I have to read, and those are the only books that I haven't read by Anne Bishop, and she's one of my favorite authors, so I have to do it. And then I would like to read, finally, the Mortal Instruments, because I haven't been reading Mortal Instruments series, and I have the 6 books in that series, and also the Infernal Devices, because I also have the 3 Infernal Devices books. And then probably some more manga. I don't know. I'm doing some plans. That's it. So as you can see, I plan to still read a lot this year, and I plan that in the next year I will continue reading a lot of books. So that is it for the end of the year book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this tag. If you like it, leave a like or subscribe, and please tell me in the comments down below what you want to read until the end of the year, or if you're making any TBRs already for the next year, if you are very prepared to read just some books in the next year, or what you want to read for now, and what are you currently reading if you want. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you liked it, and happy readings to you all. Bye!